A lot of men over 40 think style goes wrong in the shirt, the jeans, or the haircut. Usually it starts lower. The wrong shoes can make you look older, sloppier, dated, or like you stopped paying attention years ago. And the worst part is, some of the pairs men trust most are the ones hurting them fastest. Mistake number 1. The bulky gym sneaker that never left the gym. A lot of men over 40 think sneakers are automatically safe. That is where the problem starts. Sneakers can work. In fact, the right pair can make a man look modern, relaxed, and sharp. But the bulky gym sneaker is not that pair. This is the one with the thick foam sole, loud mesh, curved panels, extra stitching, and that obvious performance-first shape. It belongs in the gym, on a walk, or during errands. Once it starts showing up with jeans, chinos, polos, jackets, or dinner outfits, it starts hurting everything around it. The issue is not just that it looks sporty. The issue is that it looks disconnected from the rest of the outfit. A man can wear a decent shirt, clean pants, even a nice watch, and this one shoe still makes the whole thing feel off. Instead of looking casual and confident, he starts looking like he dressed for convenience and stopped there. That is what women tend to notice fast. Not the brand, not the technical details. Just the feeling that the shoe makes the outfit look heavier, messier, and less intentional. That heaviness matters. Bulky sneakers visually widen the foot and make the lower half of the body look clumsy. They can shorten the leg line, especially with straight jeans or fuller chinos. So even when the clothes are fine, the silhouette starts looking thick and awkward. That is why some men feel like their outfits never quite come together. The shoe is quietly dragging everything down. Another reason women dislike this shoe is that it often reads lazy, not relaxed. Lazy. There is a difference. Relaxed style still looks controlled. Lazy style looks like a man reached for the easiest thing without thinking about where he was going or how the rest of the outfit would land. Over 40, that matters more, because men are not getting judged against teenage trends. They are getting judged on whether they look settled, aware, and put together. The better move is a minimal leather sneaker. It keeps the ease of a sneaker, but it removes all the clutter. The line is cleaner. The shape is lower. The whole look feels more adult. That is why this swap works so well for men over 40. It does not make you look like you were trying to dress younger. It makes you look like you understand restraint. A good example is the common project's Achilles. You do not need that exact pair for the lesson to work. The point is the shape, clean upper, low profile, no loud sole, no gym energy. That is what makes a sneaker look mature. It blends into the outfit instead of fighting it. This type of shoe also gives you range. It works with jeans, chinos, knit polos, overshirts, light jackets, and simple casual tailoring. That makes it one of the smartest fixes on this list because it improves multiple outfits at once. And yes, I linked a few good options in the description because if there is one shoe swap that upgrades a closet fast, it is this one. So the problem is not that women hate sneakers. They do not. They hate when a man wears the wrong sneaker in the wrong context and lets that shoe make him look heavier, sloppier, and less current than he really is. A clean leather sneaker keeps the comfort, keeps the ease, and quietly makes the whole man look sharper. Mistake number 2. The shiny pointy dress shoe that looks like it belongs at a bad wedding. Every man knows this shoe. Long toe, extra shine, slightly aggressive shape. It is the shoe that many men still associate with dressing up, looking important, or making a strong impression. But in real life, it often does the opposite. Instead of looking elegant, it looks forced. Instead of looking masculine, it can look theatrical. Instead of reading polished, it often reads dated. This mistake usually comes from an old idea of what women find attractive. A lot of men still think dressier means better, so they reach for the glossiest, sharpest shoe they own and assume that more shine equals more style. But women rarely read it that way. Most do not see confidence in a pointy dress shoe. They see effort in the wrong direction. They see a man trying to look impressive rather than naturally looking good. Part of the problem is the shape. That long, narrow front can make the foot look unnatural, especially with modern trousers or jeans. It throws off the balance of the outfit. The shoe starts drawing too much attention and not in a good way. It can make a simple outfit feel stiff and a smarter outfit feel like costume. That is why it often looks worst when a man thinks it looks best. The finish makes it worse. High shine has a way of making a shoe feel hard and overdone. Unless the setting really calls for formal footwear, it starts to feel too eager, too polished, too old school in a way that does not look timeless. It looks like a man is still following style rules from another era without realizing the room has changed. Over 40, the goal should not be to look flashy. The goal should be to look grounded and clean. That is why the better alternative here is the Chelsea boot. It gives a man structure without stiffness. It gives polish without glare. And it makes the whole outfit look stronger without making the shoe the center of attention. A good Chelsea boot works with dark denim, wool trousers, smart casual jackets, knitwear, and evening outfits that need some edge but not too much. It has a cleaner line than a pointy dress shoe and a lot more ease. That is why women tend to respond better to it. It looks more natural, more mature, more self-aware. There is also something very clear about the message. A shiny pointy dress shoe says, "Look at my shoe." A Chelsea boot says, "I know what works." That difference is huge. One feels performative, the other feels calm. And calm style usually wins. This is especially true for men over 40 because taste starts mattering more than display. At that age, the strongest style moves are usually quieter. Better fit, better shoes, better proportions, not louder details. That is why this swap works. You are not taking away masculinity. You are removing the parts of the shoe that make masculinity look forced. So if a man still owns that glossy, narrow wedding guest shoe and keeps pulling it out for dates, dinners, or any event where he wants to look sharp, this is one of the easiest corrections he can make. Trade the showy polish for something simpler and stronger. And the next mistake is worse in a different way, because unlike this shoe, it does not even try to look stylish. Mistake number 3. The square-toe office shoe that still thinks it is 2004. Some shoes fail loudly, others fail quietly. The square-toe office shoe fails quietly, which is exactly why so many men keep wearing it. It does not look dramatic. It does not scream bad taste. It just makes a man look stale. That is almost worse, because when a shoe quietly ages you, you can wear it for years without noticing the damage. This is the stiff leather office shoe with the blocky front and the flat, blunt shape. It usually gets bought for one reason. It feels safe. Men think it is neutral, professional, and easy. But safe is often where dated style hides. And once this shoe gets paired with office pants, long hems, older belts, and routine workwear habits, it starts to create that exact look women tend to dislike in older men. Not ugly, just stuck. That is the word, stuck. The square toe tells people a man has not updated his eye in a long time. It feels like something chosen by habit, not judgment. It makes the foot look wider and the whole lower half look heavier. Trousers do not fall over it as cleanly. The outfit loses any sense of line or refinement. Even if the shirt and jacket are fine, the shoe can make the whole thing feel older and flatter. Women notice this kind of thing through the overall impression. They may not say, "That square toe ruined the silhouette." They just read the man as dated. Less sharp, less aware, less attractive than he would have looked in a cleaner shoe. That is how style works most of the time. It is not one big disaster. It is small signals stacking up. The better option is a clean, round-toe leather dress shoe. This is not about chasing fashion. It is about returning to proportion. A rounder front gives the outfit more balance. It softens the harshness of the square shape and lets the trouser line fall better. It looks timeless because it is built on a better shape, not on trend. That is why this one change can do so much. It makes workwear feel more current. It makes dressier outfits feel more credible. It does not call attention to itself, but it improves everything around it. A strong example would be the Johnston Murphy Upton. Another good direction is something like the HAAN Morse. Different shoes, same lesson. Cleaner front, better line, less block. That is the entire point. You want a shoe that looks settled and sharp, not stiff and outdated. This is one of those mistakes men hold on to because it seems harmless. It is not loud. It is not embarrassing. It is just old. And old style choices are often harder to fix because they feel normal. A man gets used to them. He builds outfits around them. He stops seeing them clearly. But once the square toe shoe is gone, the difference is obvious. Pants look better. The outfit looks lighter. The man looks more current without doing anything extreme. That is what style over 40 should feel like. No costume, no trying too hard, just better choices where they count. And that is why this mistake matters. Not because it is flashy and wrong, but because it quietly pulls a man into that tired office look women have seen too many times already. Mistake number 4. The sports sandal or flip-flop worn way beyond the beach. There's a place for sports sandals and flip-flops. The beach, the pool, a resort, maybe a quick run outside. That is not the problem. The problem is when men start treating them like a general casual shoe and wearing them in normal everyday settings where the rest of the outfit is supposed to look at least a little put together. That is where the attraction drops. This shoe sends a very specific message. It says comfort is the only standard. Not style, not setting, not effort, just comfort. And while that may feel practical, it rarely feels attractive. Women tend to read this kind of shoe as careless, unfinished, and too exposed for the situation. A man can have on a good shirt and clean pants, but once the sports sandal or flip-flop enters the picture, the outfit often collapses into he stopped trying. That is the difference between relaxed and checked out. Relaxed style still has some shape and purpose. Checked out style looks like the man opted out of the moment. Over 40, that choice becomes more visible because mature style is supposed to look easier, not sloppier. If the shoe looks like an afterthought, the whole outfit starts feeling like one. There is also the visual problem. Sandals and flip-flops remove structure from the bottom of the outfit. They leave too much openness and too little finish. That can work near water or in vacation spaces where everyone is dressed down. In daily life, though, it often makes the man look less grounded, less complete, less appealing. The stronger move is a suede loafer. It gives you almost the same ease, but it keeps shape in the outfit. That is why it works so well. It still feels light. It still works in warm weather. It still goes with linen, chinos, summer trousers, and dark denim. But it makes the whole look feel intentional instead of half done. The texture matters too. Suede keeps the shoe soft and relaxed, so you are not replacing comfort with stiffness. You are replacing carelessness with control. That is a much better trade. A suede loafer can look elegant without being formal, which makes it one of the best casual upgrades for men over 40. A great example is the Loro Piana Summer Walk. That shoe works because it looks easy in the right way. No strain, no drama, just clean, quiet taste. And yes, I'd linked a few solid options in the description because this is another area where the right shoe can instantly improve how a man comes across. So, this is not about banning sandals forever. It is about knowing where they stop working. The mistake is not wearing them. The mistake is wearing them too far beyond their lane and letting them make the rest of the outfit feel unfinished. And once that happens, the next problem is even bigger because some men do not just dress too casually. They dress like every outing is a survival mission. Mistake number 5, the rugged ready for a mountain shoe worn to dinner, dates, and every casual outing. Some men wear outdoor shoes like they are a personality trait. Trail runners, rugged walking shoes, heavy comfort sneakers, thick utility boots, all of them have a use. That is not the issue. The issue is when those shoes become the default for normal life. Coffee, lunch, casual dates, evenings out, city errands, simple weekends. The man is no longer dressing for the setting. He is dressing like rough terrain could appear at any second. That is where women lose interest in the look. Shoes like this usually feel overly practical. Thick sole, padded build, technical lines, aggressive tread. Even when they are clean, they still look heavy. And that heaviness changes the whole outfit. It pulls casual clothes toward utility. It makes a relaxed outfit feel harsher. It can even make a man look older because the shoe gives off comfort first, everything else second energy. That is the real problem. Women do not dislike practicality. They dislike when practicality takes over the entire message. When the shoe says weather resistance, shock absorption, grip, durability, toughness, and nothing else, the man starts to look disconnected from the moment, too rigid, too utilitarian, too locked into function to notice the social setting around him. Over 40 style usually works best when it feels calm and settled. A man should look like he understands where he is, not like he dressed for an emergency. That is why these shoes hurt more than men realize. They make everything feel too hard, too prepared, too stiff in spirit, even if the outfit itself is casual. The better alternative is the suede chuka, or desert boot. This is one of the easiest ways to keep some masculine structure while removing all that outdoor bulk. A good chuka still feels sturdy. It still works in everyday life, but it looks softer, cleaner, and far more adaptable than a mountain-ready shoe. That range matters. A suede chuka works with jeans, chinos, knitwear, overshirts, and simple jackets. It fits into city life. It fits into casual dinners. It fits into everyday style without making the outfit feel overdressed. That is why it is such a useful shoe for men over 40. It gives maturity without stiffness. A classic reference point is the Clark's Desert Boot. The reason it works is simple. The shape is clean. The suede softens the mood. The boot has enough structure to feel grounded, but not so much that it overwhelms the outfit. It looks like a man who cares about comfort and appearance at the same time. That is really the lesson behind this whole list. Most men do not need louder clothes or more clothes. They need better judgment at the shoe level. The wrong shoe can make a man look lazy, dated, stiff, unfinished, or overly practical. The right one can quietly fix all of that. And that is what women tend to respond to most. Not trend chasing, not flashy labels, not a man trying to look younger than he is, just a man who looks like he understands what works, where it works, and why it works. Once the shoes line up, the rest of the style usually follows. The right shoes do more than finish an outfit. They change how a man comes across before he even says a word. Fix this one part of your style and you can look sharper, younger, and more put together without changing everything else. If this helped, subscribe and watch the next video.